Welcome back to Amazon Insights, where we cut through the noise and bring you the most critical updates shaping our world. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the stories you absolutely need to know right now. From transforming communities to market shifts and cultural collaborations, we've got it all. Let's dive in. First up, a massive investment is revitalizing rural America, bringing jobs and faster services to underserved areas. Then, we're tracking major market movements as economic signals point to potential shifts in interest rates, impacting big tech. Next, a music icon is teaming up with Amazon for a unique fan experience, dropping exclusive merchandise. And finally, global leaders are converging to discuss the future of a vital ecosystem. Stay tuned. Don't miss a single update. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out. A rural resurgence, how Amazon is bridging the divide. Across the vast American landscape, countless counties grapple with an uncertain economic future. Are they rural enclaves, burgeoning ports, vibrant cities, or perhaps echoes of a Rust Belt past? In places like Erie County, Pennsylvania, the answer is a complex tapestry of all these identities. While the majority of its population resides in more urbanized settings, the county's expansive 93% rural landmass still requires robust services, a need that traditional retailers often struggle to meet comprehensively. Enter Amazon, the nation's leading online retailer, which has identified a nationwide gap in service delivery for thousands of rural zip codes. The company's ambitious $4 billion investment in rural America, announced earlier this year, is designed not only to expand its delivery networks into these less-served territories, but also to significantly accelerate delivery times. This initiative is projected to create a total of 100,000 new jobs across the country, injecting vital economic activity into communities that have historically been overlooked by major logistical operations. In Mill Creek, a suburb of Erie, a newly established delivery station is a hive of activity. Here, individual delivery service partners, essentially small businesses operating within Amazon's larger ecosystem, are meticulously preparing Amazon trucks for routes that traverse the rolling hills and more remote areas where brick-and-mortar retail options are scarce. Holly Sullivan, Amazon's Vice President of Worldwide Economic Development, emphasizes the strategic importance of these locations. She explains that these delivery stations represent the crucial last mile of Amazon's complex logistics network, which also includes larger fulfillment centers and middle-mile sortation centers. The decision to expand these stations into rural areas was a direct response to feedback from both customers and drivers who highlighted the challenges of long distances involved in serving these communities. The facility itself is a testament to thoughtful repurposing. Located within a former industrial site that once produced chemicals, the building underwent a significant retrofit. This approach, first tested in 2020, has proven successful, with Amazon planning to establish over 200 such rural delivery stations by 2026 as part of its $4 billion rural investment strategy. These stations are slated to be operational in all 50 states, overcoming previous hurdles such as permitting challenges, as seen with Vermont's eventual inclusion. The economic impact of these facilities is substantial. An Oxford economics study indicates that the presence of an Amazon fulfillment center or delivery station can increase a community's median income by approximately $1,200 per month. The program also fosters entrepreneurship through its Delivery Service Partner (DSP) initiative, enabling small businesses to flourish. Danielle Whitlock, who co-owns a DSP with her husband in rural Erie, shared their experience. They began with just 7 routes in July 2021 and now manage around 40 daily routes covering a wide rural territory. Their team has grown from a handful of employees to over 100, providing essential overnight delivery services that were previously considered a luxury in these retail deserts. This expansion not only creates well-paying jobs, but also ensures that rural residents have access to the same retail convenience as their urban counterparts, marking a significant step forward for economic inclusion. Across the nation, Communities are witnessing firsthand how Amazon's strategic investments are reshaping local economies and improving access to goods and services, creating both jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities. But the impact of major corporations isn't just felt on the ground. It echoes through the financial markets too. Get ready for a deep dive into the latest economic indicators and what they mean for your investments. Powell's pivot, rate cut signals send Amazon shares soaring. In a move that sent ripples through the financial world, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell delivered a surprisingly dovish message from Jackson Hole, hinting at the possibility of future interest rate cuts. This sentiment emerged amidst cooling labor market data and a general slowdown in economic growth, creating a more favorable environment for companies like Amazon.com Inc. (AMZN). The implications for growth-oriented companies, particularly those heavily invested in infrastructure and expansion, are significant. Amazon, a prime example, relies on substantial reinvestment in its vast logistics network, cutting-edge data centers, and extensive cloud computing infrastructure to fuel its long-term growth trajectory. In a high-interest rate environment, the cost of borrowing capital for these ambitious projects increases, directly impacting financing expenses and dampening investor enthusiasm for high-growth assets. Powell's acknowledgement that the balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance has led markets to anticipate earlier and potentially steeper rate cuts. This shift directly reduces Amazon's cost of capital, making its future investments more financially viable and attractive. Furthermore, Amazon's valuation is intrinsically linked to interest rate expectations. Its dominant profit engine, Amazon Web Services, AWS, generates substantial future earnings. In a high-rate environment, these future cash flows are discounted more heavily, effectively reducing their present value. Conversely, the prospect of lower interest rates makes these future earnings streams more valuable, thereby boosting Amazon's overall equity valuation. Powell's commentary also downplayed the inflationary impact of tariffs, characterizing it as a one-time shift in the price level. This perspective provides further latitude for accommodative monetary policy, which can stimulate consumer spending. As household budgets face ongoing pressure, the availability of cheaper credit could significantly bolster e-commerce demand, especially as the crucial holiday shopping season approaches, directly benefiting Amazon's core retail business. Following Powell's remarks, Amazon shares experienced a notable uptick, trading higher by approximately 3.04% to reach $228.71. This performance places the stock well within its 52-week range, which spans a low of $161.43 to a high of $242.52. For investors looking to gain exposure to Amazon, options include purchasing shares directly through a brokerage, acquiring fractional shares, investing in an exchange-traded fund, ETF, that holds AMZN, or allocating 401(k) contributions to mutual funds or other instruments that track the company. As Amazon is a key player in the consumer discretionary sector, ETFs tracking this segment offer a diversified way to invest in large, liquid companies, providing exposure to broader market trends. The market's positive reaction underscores the sensitivity of tech and growth stocks to monetary policy shifts and highlights the potential benefits of a lower-rate environment for companies like Amazon, poised for continued expansion. The market's reaction to the Federal Reserve's signals demonstrates how macroeconomic policy directly influences investor confidence and corporate valuations, particularly for companies at the forefront of technological innovation and expansion. From the boardrooms to the charts, the business world is constantly evolving. But what happens when that evolution crosses over into the vibrant world of music and culture? The Certified Lover Boy's new domain, Drake launches exclusive Amazon merch hub. In a move that merges high-profile music artistry with the vast reach of e-commerce, global superstar Drake has partnered with Amazon to launch a dedicated shopping hub, affectionately dubbed Drake's Warehouse. This collaboration marks a significant moment, representing the first time the Toronto rapper has released a curated line of official merchandise through the retail giant. offering fans an unprecedented collection of exclusive items. The Drake Warehouse is more than just a storefront. It's a deep dive into the artist's discography and persona. The collection boasts a variety of unique items, including exclusive vinyl variants of his latest album, Om Exai Ongs for You, alongside posters and t-shirts celebrating his iconic past albums. Adding a playful touch, the hub also features Drake-themed body pillows and plush toys inspired by his For All the Dogs era. Even a branded For All the Dogs Pooper Scooper adds a touch of insider humor for dedicated fans. This comprehensive offering highlights Amazon's growing strategy to become a primary destination for official artist merchandise, following similar successful ventures with superstars like Beyoncé and Charli XCX. This strategic partnership comes at an opportune time, coinciding with anticipation for Drake's upcoming album, tentatively titled Iceman. While a release date remains unconfirmed, the new merchandise provides fans with tangible excitement and a connection to the artist while they await new music. Adding to the buzz, former NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel recently hinted at a potential release window for Iceman, suggesting it might drop around late October or early November. Manziel's comments, made during a discussion about attending a game in Texas with Drake, have fueled speculation and further heightened fan expectations. Although Drake himself has not officially commented on the Iceman release date, the extensive merchandise launch serves as a significant promotional effort, keeping his fanbase engaged and building momentum for future projects. The collaboration underscores the powerful synergy between streaming platforms, e-commerce giants, and the music industry. By leveraging Amazon's extensive customer base and sophisticated logistics, artists can reach a broader audience and offer exclusive products that deepen fan engagement. Drake's Warehouse exemplifies this trend, providing a centralized and easily accessible platform for fans to connect with their favorite artist's brand. This initiative not only benefits Drake by expanding his merchandise reach, but also strengthens Amazon's position in the lucrative artist merchandise market, attracting music enthusiasts to its platform. The launch of Drake's Warehouse signifies a growing trend of major artists collaborating directly with e-commerce platforms to release exclusive merchandise, creating unique fan experiences and expanding their brand presence. From exclusive drops to global summits, the world is focused on critical issues. Now, let's shift our attention to a matter of planetary importance: the future of the Amazon rainforest. Amazon presidents convene in Bogotá, a united front for rainforest survival. Bogotá, Colombia, is currently hosting a pivotal gathering, the 5th President's Summit of the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization, ACTO. This critical meeting brings together leaders from 8 South American nations: Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Peru, Suriname, and Venezuela, to forge a unified strategy for the Amazon rainforest's future. The summit aims to present a cohesive regional voice ahead of the upcoming COP30 climate summit in Belém, Brazil, positioning the Amazon as a central element in global climate change mitigation efforts. The summit is the culmination of extensive regional dialogue, including the Amazon Dialogues, a series of national and regional forums designed to foster collaboration between civil society, community leaders, and governments. By bringing presidents and ministers together, the ACTO Summit seeks to strengthen the Amazonian bloc's influence as a political force in international climate negotiations. A key outcome expected is the adoption of the Declaration of Bogotá, a document intended to bolster regional cooperation, build upon the Belém Declaration of 2023, and underscore the Amazon's strategic importance in the global fight against climate change, moving beyond its perception as merely a local concern. The summit's core objectives are threefold. First, to solidify commitments for protecting the Amazon biome, which scientists warn is perilously close to an irreversible tipping point. Second, to enhance cooperation and governance mechanisms among the 8 member states. And third, to establish a strong, collective stance for COP30, where discussions on international financing and fossil fuel policies will be paramount. The Colombian Foreign Ministry has emphasized that the summit will also amplify the voices of indigenous peoples, civil society, and academic experts who advocate for greater decision-making power. The organizers stress that the summit's focus extends beyond declarations to creating a practical roadmap for addressing the multifaceted environmental, social, and economic challenges confronting the Amazon. The preparatory dialogues highlighted urgent priorities from the grassroots level, including ensuring connectivity for life by recognizing the Amazon as an interconnected ecosystem vital for indigenous peoples and rural communities, advancing towards zero deforestation through equitable transitions rather than top-down mandates, combating environmental crime, such as illegal mining and logging, which threaten governance and ecosystems, fostering living economies based on bioeconomic models that link conservation with sustainable livelihoods, and establishing fair and accessible financing mechanisms for climate action that align with principles of justice and equity. These proposals are expected to shape the Bogotá Declaration, with activists urging leaders to anchor their commitments in measurable timelines. Scientific evidence underscores the urgency, with the WWF's Living Planet Report 2024 noting that 17% of the Amazon has already been lost. Experts warn that reaching 20-25% deforestation could trigger a catastrophic shift from rainforest to savanna, destabilizing global weather patterns and threatening biodiversity and the livelihoods of millions. The summit also addresses growing insecurity, with criminal networks expanding their operations and threatening activists. Strengthening judicial cooperation and investing in sustainable livelihoods are seen as crucial for regaining control of these territories. Ultimately, the summit's success will be measured by its ability to translate discussions into concrete actions, securing vital financing and political will to safeguard the planet's largest tropical rainforest and influence global climate policy. This summit represents a critical opportunity for Amazonian nations to demonstrate unified leadership and secure the international support necessary to protect this vital ecosystem from irreversible ecological collapse. From global environmental policy to the personal choices we make every day, the world is a dynamic place. And now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories that defined your week. And that's a wrap on today's Amazon Insights. We saw how Amazon is powering rural growth, how Fed signals are shaking up the markets, a major artist dropping exclusive merch, and global leaders uniting for the Amazon rainforest. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more essential updates, hit that notification bell, share your thoughts in the comments, and follow us on all our social channels for even more insights. See you next time.